everybody, I'm Tasha with the Major Change Group, and y'all, let me tell y'all what I done did. So with my Hilton Honor Surpass, y'all, why did I report over 43% credit card utilization for that credit card? And I was just like, whoa. Now the thing is, you'll have to let me know when you are taking a look at your credit utilization, do you take a look at it per card or for your overall credit utilization? In this video, I want to talk about how if we tackle our credit utilization, we can increase our credit score fast. Also, why it's important for us to check our credit report so that we can understand our overall credit card utilization versus per credit card utilization. And I'm going to talk about how, even though I have reported over 43% credit utilization, I'm not going to pay interest on a credit card. Let's get into it. So when we take a look at our credit score is broken down into 5 components. So we have our payment history, our credit utilization, our length of credit, our new credit, and our credit mix. And if we think about it, 65% of our credit score is made up of our payment history and our credit utilization. But when we take a look at our payment history, if you get a late payment on there, it's going to take a while for you to get, good payment history again. In my opinion, if you want to increase your credit score fast, if you can tackle your credit card utilization, that's going to be the quickest way to increase our credit score. Per credit card or overall, we want to take a look to see what is our total available credit compared to how much we owe on that card and overall. So in this example, if we have a $10,000 available credit and we owe $5,000, then we'll have a 50% credit card utilization. So let's say in this example, you have 2 credit cards, and on the first credit card, you have a balance of $750, but you owe $1,000. So that's going to create a 75% credit utilization. And then on credit card 2, if you have a balance of $4,500 and you have a credit limit of $15,000, then the credit utilization is going to be 30%. But it's just like on credit card 1, like, whoa, that's 75% credit card utilization. But then when you look at the overall combined, and then that's 32%. But in my opinion, even looking at this, it's still not going to be looking that good because the first credit card has a credit utilization of 75%. And so I think that it's good to look at it individually, but combined. So I would really make sure on that one credit card to pay that down, let's say 30% or less. That way it will help to decrease the combined credit card utilization, but the lower the better. Because especially when we go onto the Experian site, it states 30% or less is good, but if you want to be higher achievers, 7% or less is going to be better. And I think that it's very important for us to pull our credit report, because if we pull our credit report, then we can see, well, how much credit utilization do we have overall on our credit report. So what I like to do is sometimes I will go onto the Experian site, and you can go onto the Experian site, the Equifax, or the TransUnion. But sometimes what I like to do, I like to go over to my Chase portal, and I like to pull my credit report, and then it'll show me how much credit card utilization I have reported on my credit card. And so here you can see that for my American Express credit card, I reported $3,850. And I did report a little bit on a few of the other credit cards, but overall, the main amount that I had reported was on that one credit card. You can take a look here, and you can see that on December the 18th, American Express reported that I had a balance of $3,850, and I only have a credit limit of $9,000. And so that left me a credit utilization of 43%. But see, the thing is, my overall credit utilization is still 3%. But the thing is, it can still impact my credit score. So I am going to kind of keep track. It's not going to impact me too bad. That's why it's important for everybody to take a look at their individual credit report to see how it can impact you, because just because it impacts one person one way, it could impact another person a different way. So what I like to do is I like to take a look at my statement. And so on my statement, you can see that I had a balance of $3,850. and my closing date or my statement date, it really depends on how they word it, was on 12/18. And so you can see that on 12/18, American Express reported that I had a balance of $3,850. Now, the thing is, I normally would pay it down before my statement date or my closing date so that I'm only reporting, under 7%. But this time it didn't happen. But see, the thing is, what I will do is I will make sure that I pay the credit card off by 1/12, because really I'm going to make a payment on Friday. And so then I won't have a balance on a credit card, because you can see over here that I haven't paid interest on a credit card. And so what I like to do is I like to, do my budget every month so I can see how much I have coming in compared to going out, so that I can make sure that even though I'm using my credit card for all of my spending, that still doesn't mean that I have to pay interest on a credit card. That's why I think it's very important for us to pull our credit report so we'll know how we're reporting to the credit bureau, but then also pulling our statement so that we'll know, okay, what's our closing date or our statement date, and then what's our due date. And so I know for sure my statement date is coming up, is going to be 1/18. And so I'm going to make sure to pay the card off on Friday. But really, as long as I pay the card off by the 12th, I will not pay interest on the credit card. And you can see here that I haven't paid interest on the credit. Even though we're using credit cards, how can we make sure that we use the credit cards responsibly? So let me know in the comments, how do you take a look at your credit utilization? Do you look at it per credit card, or do you look at it for your overall credit utilization? Now, in my opinion, I think it's best to look at each credit card and the overall, because you can see from the one example, especially if you have a credit card that has 75% credit utilization, it can impact your credit score. But if you have a high overall credit limit, then maybe it's not going to impact you more. So that's why it's important for us to pull our credit report to see where we're at, but then also make sure that we're keeping track of it every month. For a way to keep track of your monthly budget, well, check out my 2025 digital budget planner. I posted it on my Etsy shop. You can go into the description and click on the link. In the budget, you have goal setting, you have a monthly budget, a debt repayment, you have a savings tracker. So check out the 2025 digital budget planner on my Etsy shop. I hope that you found this video helpful. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, but turn your notification bell on so you can be notified when new content drops. I thank you so much for watching. Until next time. It's not a game, it's a